Oh boy. Okay, so, this is uncomfortable. I really, I don't even know how to go about this. So as you guys know, there's been a lot of controversy about Devacurl, and there's been a lot of stories and videos and posts and comments. So I guess I will go ahead and share my opinion and my experience as a hairstylist and as a curl specialist, and also as, I guess you could say, an influencer. Harder than I thought it would be. I tried to do this video really raw. I didn't have time to make a live video, so I'm kind of pre-recording this, and then I'm going to, you're probably going to see this on my stories on Instagram. I don't know if I'll put this on YouTube or not, just because I have a whole nother community over there, so I feel like I might have to put this in two places. So let's start in the beginning. If those of you who do not know, I am trained in Devacurl. I am a level 1 Devacurl stylist. I spent $300 on a Devacurl class that I drove to Omaha to attend. Me and Devacurl go back all the way, like 3 years ago. I had eczema on my scalp, and it would itch so bad that it would bleed. I had discovered Devacurl, and that was what fixed my scalp. That was my solution. And so then, July 2018, I began the Curly Girl method, and I stuck with Devacurl because it was what worked. It was, I mean, my hair had never looked the way it looked when I was using it. My scalp cleared up, my hair was looking awesome. I was getting into the Curly Girl method and basically trying to figure this all out for myself. And when I was working at my last salon, I did not have the ability to become a curl specialist. It just was not a possibility for me, and I couldn't continue working towards becoming a Diva and Curl stylist, a Diva inspired stylist. So when I moved to my next salon, which I am so thankful that I did, I knew that this was what I wanted to pursue. I wanted to become a curl specialist. It was on my radar for a couple years prior, so it was exciting. It was a big deal for me. I was so like, this was part of my goals, And I know, like, sometimes people think that as a hairstylist, we're trying to shove something down your throat, where, we got to make our product sales, we got to sell product, and, that's, some people may think that when a stylist is recommending a product to you, that, oh, it's, they're just shooting, they're just trying to make themselves money. And that, I can't speak for other hairstylists, but that's not who I am. I've never been a saleswoman. Like, that's, like, I've never been good at that. It was a struggle for me to, sorry, my hands are kind of shaky. It was a struggle for me to try and sell product. Even all through beauty school, like, it was not my forte. I wasn't good at it. And I've gotten better, but also I'm not the type to, I can't sit there and talk good about something that I don't believe in. Like, I'm not a good liar. It's just not in my blood. I can't do it. It just doesn't work. So I'm also not the type of person to drag somebody through the mud. I don't believe in making false accusations. I don't believe in tearing people apart. I don't believe in tearing a brand apart. I don't believe in any of that. It's not who I am. That's not what I do. So I didn't speak on this because I didn't know. I didn't have facts. I didn't have proof. I've seen some videos, and I've seen, I don't know if you guys might know, Curl Ninja. I had seen her story, and I resonated with her because she's also a stylist. She's a curl specialist. I could understand what she was feeling because I was in the same position, except that I wasn't having firsthand issues. Like, I wasn't losing hair. I wasn't having scalp reactions. So it was just kind of like, well, okay, like, there's nobody, I mean, there's no handbook for this, you know, and nobody's there to tell you, I mean, what do you do, you know? So I looked to her for advice and her recommendations. You know, she had stopped, you know, putting all her clients on Devacurl. She, you know, transferred to other brands to use behind her chair. And there aren't a lot of brands that are Curly Girl approved when it comes to high-end products. So I had begun using AG hair within my salon, and I began to use less Devacurl on my clients because I was so leery. I was so confused on what do you do? You know, I had invested so much time and money. You know, I bought $1,000 kit for products to sell in my the salon I work at. I mean, this is my integrity. This is my livelihood. And as a hairstylist, you know, this is something I've wanted to do since I was little. So the fact that, you know, like, when people sit in my chair, I want them to feel their best. I want them to walk away feeling good and confident and beautiful inside and out. And the fact that that this could be doing the opposite to people sitting in my chair is gut-wrenching. It's gut-wrenching because I worked so hard to be where my hair is today, and, you know, I've seen a couple YouTube videos of, you know, some other curly girls out there, and, you know, one of them has long hair, and she has beautiful hair, and her hair is just trashed. It is chemically damaged from the products. There's nothing that can fix that other than starting all over. And, you know, that's years of trying to reverse the damage that has happened. That's cutting off all your hair and restarting over. Which, you know, my hair was down to my waist. It was long, and it was the longest my hair has ever been in my life, and I loved it, but it was damaged, and I had cut it off. So I can't imagine already having to start over once, and then having to do it all over again. You know, hair is, for some of us, a security blanket, and it was for me, and I had to take baby steps to cut my length off. Like, I couldn't just do a big chop and just cut it all off. I had to do it in steps because, you know, like I said, it was the longest my hair had ever been, and I loved it, and it was gorgeous hair, and I look back and I still miss it, but I love my hair the way it is now more, and, you know, eventually it will grow back and be long again. But like I said, just the fact that you get that ripped away from you and you have to completely start all over is just, I don't know how I would handle that if somebody sat in my chair and I saw it firsthand that their hair was trashed because of a product that came from me. I think I would literally just want to keel over right there and then. Man, I thought I would have this a little bit more organized, but luckily I haven't had that happen. But it's like, what am I supposed to do? I have, you know, $500 worth of product sitting on my shelves and nowhere to go with it. I can't return it. I can't send it back. You know, Devacurl is not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, here's your reimbursement because we're having issues with our products. You know, I don't get anything like that. There's nothing like that. That's, you know, that's not an option. So do I just eat it? I mean, obviously, because I have no other choice. Other than to basically do just that. I have to look for another option to carry in, you know, in the salon that I'm at. It puts me up against a wall because, you know, this was important to me, and, you know, I trusted a brand. And now all this is happening, and there's just, like I said, no guidebook on what the hell I'm supposed to do, you know. When it came to me, and when I stopped using Devacurl products, it probably was back in around summertime. I'm not sure the specific date that I had was like, okay, there's something off. But I did notice that my hair wasn't holding shape well. I didn't have as much definition as I had prior. I was just now starting to see Curl Ninja's videos on Devacurl and how it was damaging her hair. I was like, okay, you know, like maybe, you know, maybe there's something off. You know, I started using Devacurl less in my salon. I had cut it from my hair to see if there was a difference. And I had started using AG products on my hair, and I noticed that I was getting more definition back. Lucky enough, I did not experience any permanent damage that I know of. So that's why I was so leery on, and that is why I was so leery on whether or not I should talk about it, not talk about it, bring it up. I don't know, because like I said, I'm not the type to jump to conclusions and tear anybody down, and I really had hoped that Devacurl would talk about it sooner rather than later, and that has not been the case. And more stories are appearing, and experiences are appearing, and I felt like it was time that I did have to speak out about it, as much as it is uncomfortable for me, and I'm kind of left with no answers and a whole lot of what should I do and how should I do it and how do I move forward as a hairstylist and a curl specialist, where people are sitting in my chair and looking to me for knowledge and recommendations, and then I have no actual real answers. Devacurls and, you know, reaching out to their stylists and being like, this is what's going on. I have zero information. I have nothing. I'm as clueless as the next person, basically, which this isn't normal. That doesn't happen in the hair industry. This doesn't happen in the hair industry. Like, you never, I mean, at least nothing that I've ever heard, you know. This isn't, I don't know. It's just not normal. So, I will be trying to answer as many questions as I can through DMs or comments. I hope that Devacurl can get this resolved and things can be fixed, and that they will speak out about it, and this doesn't have to continue. And I am so sorry to those of you that have experienced hair loss, scalp damage, whatever it may be from these products. If that's, I know there can be a lot of other things that could be the cause of it, and everybody's case is different, every person is different, and I've always said everyone's hair is different. Not one thing will work for everybody. So, you know, I hope a resolution is able to develop through this, and I wish I had more information to provide to you or give to you, but I'm kind of just going through this just as everybody else is, and it hurts me to see the damage that has been done to people. And are questioning using Devacurl products, then I would say I don't really want to be like stop using a brand, but I mean I feel like that's all I have left to say. Like, I feel like there's no other option or any way for me to put it, but just be leery about using Devacurl, and I don't want to, again, put complete blame on them because I don't know anything. I don't like to point fingers. I don't enjoy doing something like that, and I don't enjoy the fact that I have to make a video like this. I think that's just ridiculous that this is even basically a thing. Like I said, if you end up having other questions, please leave me a comment or a DM, and I will try my best to answer as many as I can and get back to people as best as I can. I am literally doing this right before I go into work, so I just knew that I needed to take some time and put this out there for you guys and let you know what my opinion and my stance is on this, and hopefully some answers will appear. And I appreciate all your kind words, and those of you that have kind of helped me muster up some courage to basically make this video, because again, this isn't comfortable for me. It's gut-wrenching to me. It literally breaks my heart to see the things that I've seen. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and I will see you guys later. Bye.